Hey guys. Mm, I'm just waiting for y'all to come on in here. While I'm waiting, of course, y'all know I'm listening to some things in my other headset here. Um, man, everybody seems to be talking about this flag war that's going on. They mad, y'all. They mad. Why they always mad? Hey, Renetta. Hey, man. Shout out to those of you that I don't even, you know what? Let me just say this. Shout out to those of you that sent a nice little cash out my way today, yesterday. I really appreciate it. Much love, guys. And I did respond back, to those folks. So much fucking love. Y'all already know. I appreciate you. So wanted to say that first. Let's slide on in. Let's slide on into a little bit of commentary here. I really want to almost start with the flagging wars, that's going on right now. Ooh, so many people were threatening to flag others, right? So many. I mean, they was over there. Ooh, oh, I'm flagging. We're gonna flag you. We're gonna flag you. We're gonna take that channel down because I don't like what you said. Whenever I made that video and I said all these horrible things about you and your children and your children's children and your mom and your dad and your parents and your brothers and your sisters, I was over there on all saying all that fuck shit, you know. And yeah, I was false, I was sending out fake ass false flags and stuff, but I just never expected you to turn it around on me. Bah! It's bah. Man, when I tell you somebody over there on on the other side of YouTube La La Land is over there looking what got him shook. Let me not be messy. Oh my God, these flagging wars got him shook. Got him shook. The flagani. The flagani got him shook. Boy. Um. Okay. Well, I don't even know. You know what? Let me start off this by talking about the serious stuff, and then I'll go into the fuck shit. Because this, let me also make sure that it's clear to a couple of people out here who may not know what a pipe character is. We've got some real ignorant people out here that they don't know what a pipe character is. They don't under, they don't know. They don't understand that, in a video title or really a title of anything, it could be a video, a post, it could be really whatever. When there's a pipe character, a pipe character meaning an up and down line that separates, it's called a separator for a reason. When you look at that and you're reading the title of something, or you're reading something and you see a pipe character, which is almost going to be like a wall to the first part of the text, it's meant to be a separator. So essentially, if you want to talk about two different things, three different things in a post or in a video, you don't have to put just one thing in the title. You can put all the things you're talking about in the title, but just separate it out with a pipe. You could use a pipe, you could use a forward slash, you could use backslash, although backslashes aren't typical for separators, but we call that in tech a separator. And I see some people are too stupid to know that, But anyway, the message is for the person that needs to hear it. I ain't even going to sit on that really too long. I just don't, I can't help the fact some of these people out here are just idiots. What's up, Sandra? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, Renetta, how are you? Centel. What's up, Gloria, babe? So let's start this off with the serious stuff, then we will get to the fuck shit. We'll talk about the flagging wars that are going on right now. So Shock G, y'all. Ooh, when I synced this today, I was just like, oh my gosh, no, not Shock G. Shock G has been found dead in a Tampa hotel in I believe was it yesterday or this today that he was found? Like, there's not a whole lot of details in regards to the him and his death as far as public details, but we do know that he was found dead in a hotel room in Tampa. His father is still alive, and his father has been in contact with several news agencies, you know, because they were, of course, wanting to know what had happened. If you all, I don't know, some of you may not know who Shock G is, some may. You know, for me, I look at Shock G, I know exactly who he is, but y'all remember the Humpty Dance? Do me, baby. Y'all remember that, right? 89, 90, when many of us were coming into our teenage years. God, in 1989, I was like 11, 12 years old. This, you know, the Humpty Dance was, man, one of my favorite songs back in the day. And typically in times like this, I will, you know, definitely play a little something, something. Let the coins go to his family. You know, this wave of public review, or this wave of news, so to speak, it only happens once. So unfortunately, it's sad to have to admit that, but unfortunately, it's like if you're going to try to, you know, generate some income or something like that off of his music or his YouTube or whatever to try to give to the family, you have to do it in the first initial days, because after that, are you kidding me? Okay, so while I show y'all this, I'm going to go grab my Uber Eats order, and then I will be back and we will continue. I will be back before this is over, though. I promise you that. Y'all go back in memory lane here with me now.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here. Are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the and I even got my own dance. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Come on. I do the Humpty Hump. Come on, I do the Humpty Hump. Check me out, y'all. I do the Humpty Hump. Just watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do you know what I'm doing? Doing the Humpty Hump. Come on. I do the Humpty Hump. I do the Humpty Hump. People say, yo, Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly try to compare me, but you can't get near me. I'm giving more C, and on the floor B, all the girls, they adore me. Oh yes, ladies, I'm really being sincere, cause in the I'm a Humpty nose will tickle you. My nose is big. I'm not ashamed. Big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid. I get by the ladies. You know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing. Like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like. And if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Also told you that I like to bite. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to write. All you had to do was give Humpty a chance. So now I'm gonna do my dance. The Humpty Dance. It's your chance to do the hump. Come on. we're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, that's the break, y'all. Let that bass groove right here. Yeah. Now that I told y'all a little bit about myself, let me tell you a little bit about this dance. It's real easy to do. Check it out. First I limped to the side like my leg was broken, shaking and twitching, kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, dig around, shaking your rump. And when the doodle jump punk points a finger like a stunt, tell him step off. I'm doing the hump. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Everybody, I do the Humpty Hump. Come on, I do the Humpty Hump. Sexy lady, I do the Humpty Hump. We're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. I do the Humpty Hump. Check it out. Black people, I do the Humpty Hump.
Man, this still is a Gemini song, you know. But yeah, Tupac was a dancer in this video. Yep. This is old school, y'all. Yeah. It's really sad to see that Shock G passed away. It really was. It's just. These were good times, though. These were good times for me. I remember, I know that. So, okay, let's go back here. Yeah, those were really good times, and God, I just was not expecting that. Right? Not expecting at all to get this type of news. And Shock G wasn't even that old, 57 years old. Look damn good for 57 now. Come on now. You gonna tell me that man ain't nice looking? That's a nice looking man. He's always been a nice looking man. And I mean, I have no idea about his personal life. I have no idea if he was married, if he had children, I don't know. But it is a really sad day. And RIP to Shock G. All right, so the next story that I want to talk about is Brett Favre. What's really going on? Listen, Brett Favre, I'm about to give you some serious advice, and I hope that you will listen. I don't know how many people are making commentary regarding these comments that you made, but don't ever in your white life, ever on a public platform, ever, especially after a 9-minute, 20-something second video showing a man murdered in cold blood, and the police officer that you were trying to defend that did it had a stone look on his face. It's like, everybody's talking. Didn't I tell y'all everybody would be talking about the way he was looking in the courtroom? Like he was going to try to change the outcome with his eyes. Everybody's talking about this look that he had. Derek Chauvin, killer cop, had the look he had on his face when he was, convicted. And so it's like, it's just not right now. Like what's stopping us from saying #cancel Brett Favre? Like, I don't even understand how he could come out and say such a idiotic thing. I don't understand. Yeah, anybody would even try to defend what Derek Chauvin did to George Floyd. You can't defend that shit. You can't defend that. And so it's like really a slap in the face. Honestly, it's a slap in the face to hear a football quarterback, very famous, well-known quarterback, have the fucking audacity to say that he didn't. It's hard to believe that Derek Chauvin would intentionally kill George Floyd. Are you kidding me? Did you watch the video too? And then he gets to talking some more, and oh, I seen the video. You did? You seen the video too? And you mean to tell me that you're up here questioning? It's hard to believe. What's hard to believe, Brett? What's hard to believe, Brett? Like, what's hard to believe? Like, you did see it, right? And I'm going to be a Brett Favre free. Like, I don't have nothing of his. No, I don't follow this dude. I don't have any of his, like, I'm sure he has like jerseys and all that type of stuff. I don't have none of that. Never gonna have any of it, especially now. And God forbid if I ever see any of my family members walking around with your fucking name on their back, they won't have any Brett Favre gear either. Man, sometimes you football players, when y'all want to kind of delve into politics and shit like that, y'all need to be extremely careful. And now, hey, I think even yesterday, day before, don't remember. I've done so many videos in the last couple of days. I had to take down a video because of my view on Maxine Waters. I just privated it, and yeah, my views are still the same. And the only reason my views are like that is because I don't want to see that killer cop go out, get out of prison. I don't know what your reasoning is, Brett. I don't know why you felt it was okay to make a statement that says it's hard to believe that former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin intended to kill George Floyd. I'm trying to understand what's so hard to believe about it. You did see the 9-minute video, right? I mean, you have two eyes. You've seen the video. 9 minutes of sheer horror, 9 minutes of sheer terror for George Floyd, while people pleaded for that man to just lift your knee up. You don't have to keep compressing his neck. He was dead within 6-7 minutes. The rest of the time on the video, George Floyd was dead. You could see it. The breath and the life had went out of him. And he still compressed his knee on his neck. So yeah, Brett, this is a really bad look for you. You get 0 points for this. And how about you, STFU? Shut the fuck up. We don't give a fuck about nothing you got to say, especially now. We don't care about your fucking opinion. Not when it comes to this. And, honestly, the 12 jurors didn't agree with you either. Like, I don't know what kind of heartless ass shit these people are doing in their lifetimes every day. I don't understand it. To sit up there and say that his actions are uncalled for, uncalled for? What are you fucking talking about? His actions are fucking illegal. He murdered that man. What do you mean his actions were uncalled for? It ain't never called for or caused to, compress and asphyxiate a man's air pipe. That's never okay. I've never, what situation have you ever seen where that was okay? So yeah, man, this dude is a 20-year NFL veteran. And I get so sick and tired of, I don't care what color the person is. I don't care if they're black. I got black friends. The fact that you have to even tell us that you got black friends is a problem. You ain't got to justify yourself to me. I'm not up here trying to tear your life down and determine, whatever the fuck or however the fuck you feel or what you do. And you're, why the fuck do some of these people come out and say this type of shit? Like, what the hell? Like, it's that hardcore. I don't know what this guy's, not religious, but I don't know what his political affiliation is. I don't know if this Brett Favre guy is a Republican. I don't know, but I kind of wonder, are you Republican? Are you hardcore leaning to the right? Your comments were not only insensitive, those comments were uncalled for. And I don't see how a man of your status and your stature, who has such a big impact on the lives of so many people, such a big influencer. You're such a huge influencer. I find it hard to believe that you would make such a reckless ass mistake and come out here with that bullshit that you're on. His actions were uncalled for. Are you kidding me, Brett? Are you kidding me right now? Let me see if I can find the audio of this, y'all. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Let me get this off here. Let me find the audio so y'all can hear this. It's unbelievable. It was some I don't know if it was a radio show or what the heck it was where he said this, but we're we're all about to listen to it together. Hold on. Brett. Favre. I just cannot believe how insensitive your comments are. Oh, by the way, Brett got Donkey of the Day by the Breakfast Club. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. Brett Favre got Donkey of the Day and deserved Donkey of the Day. Now, let's get into the shocking comment of his. Here we go. Just cannot believe you, man.
I believe, first of all,
here we go.
I find it hard to believe, and I'm not defending Derek Chauvin.
You're not?
Anyway. I find it hard to believe, first of all, that he intentionally meant to kill George Floyd.
Okay, let me pause that for a second. You find it hard to believe that he intentionally killed George Floyd. Let's just stop for a second. Let's just think about what he just said here. 10 seconds. Just think about what he said. Thank you. I needed those 10 seconds to take my sweater off because I'm hot. I'm pretty sure on video we watched Derek Chauvin put his knee in George Floyd's neck and compressed. And while George Floyd was underneath his knee, even after he went limp and was dead and had took his last breath, Derek Chauvin continued to compress his neck for an additional 3+ minutes. So while people were pleading with him, while they were saying things like, he's not breathing, he's dead, get your knee off his neck, he's not breathing. We're talking multiple people pleaded with him to remove his knee. So how can you even sit there and say that you don't think Derek Chauvin tried to intentionally kill George Floyd when he sat there in people's faces who were pleading with him? He just continued to compress his neck. That's intentionally killing someone. Man, he may not have premeditated this murder like some hit job, but he absolutely had an intention. He damn sure didn't intend to remove his knee now, did he?
That being said, his actions were uncalled for.
Man, fuck you, Brett. Fuck you, Brett. Seriously, fuck you. Fuck you.
Believe, and I'm not defending Derek Chauvin.
Bitch, you're defending him.
I find it hard to believe, first of all, that he intentionally meant to kill George Floyd.
I don't even want to listen no more of that shit because it makes me so fucking angry. Like I can't even watch it. I can't listen to anymore. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. All day, every day, Brett. I hope you'll come back and let us know if you still feel this way now that you've gotten all this backlash from bloggers and stuff. Can you intentionally throw $1 million George Floyd's family's way since you got so much to fucking say about it? I mean, you sitting on all that money. Like, how dare you? How dare you? If you are the epitome of white privilege, man. Are you kidding me? You're not even in a position to come out here and speak on that entire situation. Who are you? Who are you, Brett? You are the absolute epitome of white privilege. You're white. You're rich. You have every fucking thing you could ever want, everything you could ever hope for. You don't know what the fucking struggle is, man. Do you walk on the streets day in, day out like many others do? Struggling to make ends meet, putting food in their mouths day to day. No, you don't know nothing. You don't know shit about that struggle because you're some rich NFLer, some rich quarterback. You are white privilege, Brett. You aren't in a position to speak on that situation with Derek Chauvin and George Floyd. You're not in that position. Not of one that would carry any sort of great influence in the Black community. That I know. It's actually a slap in people's faces. I hope that you seriously lose some support from this. Man, we can't just allow these people that are the absolute epitome of white privilege think it's okay to come out here and say some hoe ass shit like that. Is anybody going to pull a deal from him? I mean, anything. Is he going to have any sort of impact from the shit that came out his mouth? Disgusting. It's very disgusting. And this ain't coming from no racist person either. He was not only found guilty on our charges, he absolutely not only deserved that guilty verdict, he deserves the maximum. George Floyd's killer, Derek Chauvin, deserves to go to prison for the rest of his life. All he had to do, I mean, George was handcuffed too. What the fuck are you talking about, Brett? What are you talking about? What do you mean? George Floyd was handcuffed to top it all off. What you mean he didn't intend to kill him? What else was going to happen? I mean, what? Damn, y'all think y'all can just like keep shooting Black people, keep putting them on the fucking ground? Did y'all see the news about the police officer who made somebody fucking crawl? So fucking disrespectful. Like the power trips these people pull is amazing to me. Making people crawl because they match the description of a suspect. But you ain't even verified that that person is the actual suspect. But you gonna disrespect them and tell them to crawl on their knees like there's some kind of bitch. And like today, finally, we get a reporting on a case of a police officer who was attempting throwing punches at a suspect, actually. And the other police officers there stopped him. Now, I'm going to throw this other story at y'all that y'all definitely need to check out when you get a chance. There's this woman about 15 years ago, police officer up in the Northeast states in the United States of America. Do y'all know this woman lost her job? This woman lost her job and everything. She lost her everything because she stopped a crooked, dirty ass cop from killing a man. He was using, absolute too much force, and she intervened. She lost her job because of it. 15 plus years ago, man, they tried to put administrative punishment on her. Do y'all know this woman had been on the force for a bunch of years and they fucking took her pension? Well, as of the last 24, 48 hours, not only will her pension be reinstated, but she could potentially go back to work if she wants to. But her pension, which is worth $800,000, 800,000 racks, she will get it. A judge finally had some mercy and said, this isn't right. Why would you punish a police officer for trying to save somebody's life? These cops aren't always right in every decision they make. And so it is, to me, I'm going to tell you what I see. And I know there's a whole lot of people that won't say it. And I know there's a whole lot of white people that won't say it too, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Brett Favre, are you racist? How do you feel about Black people? That's my question. What would make a white man who's the epitome of white privilege, come out in the public and say some shit like that? Did he know that it was going to spark a flame? Did he know? Like, did you feel that maybe what you were saying, it wasn't maybe a good idea to say that? I don't know, but you said it. So yeah, I think it's a valid question. Are you racist? I just want to know where your views stand. And may I remind you, Brett, all that tanning that you do, 'cause I can look at your picture and tell you're somewhat orange. You're tanning your skin to get darker. Y'all know how many white people tan their skin to get darker, but have problems with dark skinned people? Like, I've never understood it. But yeah, Brett, shame on you. I hope that whatever companies you have sponsorships with will take another look at that deal and that sponsorship with you. And I don't think that Brett Favre should, be allowed to say this and just continue on in his life like everything's okay, like everybody else is getting demonized and demonetized and all that sort of stuff. Maybe he needs a little ruffle in the feather. You are donkey of the day, though, sir, and rightfully so. Now, on to the next, y'all. Lil Mosey. All these rappers have Lil, right? Lil, Lil. We don't call Boosie Lil Boosie anymore. We just call him Boosie. But you got damn, there's a whole crap load of rappers that have Lil in their name, and there is one named Mosey. And I'll be honest with y'all, I had never heard of this guy until today. I had never heard of anybody named Lil Mosey. But Lil Mosey is wanted by Washington police. Lil Mosey stands accused. There are charges that are currently outstanding in Washington state where he has been charged with rape. And this is in Lewis County. Lewis County is in the Tacoma area, King County, Seattle. Then you've got, SeaTac, Tacoma area on, South Pierce County. He is a Seattle rap star, okay? I've never heard of you. I don't like rapists. I have a special disdain in my heart for rapists, to be honest with you. So yeah, let's talk about this here. So apparently Lil Mosey was in a cabin up in Washington state, and he's not an ugly kid, right? I think he's 20, 21 years old. He's not an ugly kid by any means. He's clearly mixed, When I tell y'all, I don't know how many of y'all have ever spent time in Washington state. I lived there for a few years. When I tell you guys that when I lived there, I know that racism definitely exists in Washington, but it's not like Texas. I've had instances where I went into convenience stores and, white men behind the cash register didn't even want to put the money in my hand. Oh yeah, that's happened to me. It's not really as common up in the Pacific Northwest. And when I tell y'all there's so many mixed people up there, it is amazing. There's a lot of mixed people. So this Seattle-born rapper, Lathan Eccles is his name. Lathan Moses Eccles was charged with second-degree rape earlier this month in Washington's Lewis County. Okay, he's 19. My bad, he's 19. I knew he was right around that age. A warrant has actually now been issued for him. He was supposed to have been at a prelim hearing in Lewis County this past Wednesday, and he missed it. There was an incident that happened at a cabin in Randall, Washington. Randall, Washington is beautiful. As a matter of fact, I would recommend any of you, if you ever get the opportunity to take a vacay and you don't want to go out of the country, look at Newport, Oregon or something. Get on that Route 1 out there and just drive that bitch. It is so beautiful. I'm telling you, your eyes have never seen anything like it. Go all the way to the Tillamook factory, but Route 1 is right off the coast there. And when you hit like, southern Washington going into northern Oregon, there are these massive rocks. Y'all remember the Goonies, right? It was filmed out in that area. I actually have seen the Goonies house with my own two eyes. Goonies is one of my favorite movies, though. But the rocks, you'll wonder sometimes, like, how did God manage to do this? People, there's no way human beings could have ever did it. And those rocks have been there for millennium upon millennium. Beautiful, beautiful place. I could definitely take the trip again. But back to Little Mosey. There was a cabin in Randall, Washington that Lil Mosey was at. This was January 6th of last year, back in 2020. And there's two young ladies that, well, let me continue here. His manager, Adele Sadiq, said he didn't know why Mosey failed to appear in court. But then he said, the artist, he plans to hire an attorney. You mean to tell me he's been knowing about this for, what, a year plus, and he ain't even hired an attorney yet? Yeah, sometimes these kids, man, they get famous. They get a crap load of money, and they just give me, if you're going to throw away $50,000 at a strip club, can you at least pay somebody's college education first? Like, I would feel so guilty of throwing $50,000 in a club of strippers, especially if I ain't even did a good deed for anybody. Like, that's just me though. But he is signed to Interscope/Universal. Interscope has had a shitload of famous artists. R. Kelly. I hear you holding. And hey, they asked the question, are we still going to listen to R. Kelly's music? Yeah, we are. People are still going to listen to R. Kelly's music, Do you know how many movies and songs that have been made by people that were later convicted of a crime, or, it happens. And, but anyway, Little Mosey he comes out of Mount Lake Terrace. He apparently dropped out of high school, moved to LA to spawn his music career. He became apparently well known, although I don't know him, and I try to keep myself, hip to the game. But there was some things that happened in this cabin that, man, when I just listen, he's been charged with rape. There's this warrant out for his arrest after he failed, like I said, to appear for the court hearing. And he's a wanted man now. Now, two women, a woman and her girlfriend, went to this cabin in Randall, to see Little Mosey. But they both ended up, and this is all alleged, they say, getting raped by him and another man that was there. Here's Little Mosey, by the way. He's not an ugly kid, right? Why does he have to take pussy? Why? Why do these men do that? I don't understand. Like, one of the worst things to me is rape. I can't stand a rapist. Like, that is like, how could you do that? You got all this money. You're this, famous rapper. You're up and coming. You're staying in these cabins, living your best life. Weed is completely legal up there, so you can fucking go to dispensary. You don't have to like rely on your connects. You can get that good. If you want anything apple flavored, you damn sure can get it up there in Washington, because they grow so many damn apples everywhere. But these two ladies say allegedly that Mosey and another man raped them. The affidavit says that the lady consented to having sex with Mosey in a vehicle, But she goes on to say that she blacked out after drinking White Claws and champagne. She claims a short time later, Mosey got on top of her and was pushing her legs up and apart while having sex with her. She said she recalled having pain in her leg muscles while Mosey was pushing her legs. She says she blacked out again and woke up to find the other man forcing himself on her. Can I just say something really quick about that? I never understood the gang rape mindset that these men seem to embrace at times in situations like this. Like, what kind of man is going to fuck behind another man anyway? This man done busted all up in this girl, and you're just going to put your thing in this. You might as well fuck that man. You might as well fuck that man. Bend his ass over and stick your dick in his ass. You might as well. That's just disgusting. I never understood that. Running trains and, just, and then to top it off, like you're forcing yourself. Like you're not, this girl isn't even like awake to even enjoy it with you. She's knocked the fuck out and you still, disgusting. This lady suffered injuries apparently, and some of these injuries were documented on the affidavit that included bruising on her arm, her neck, and her inner knee. She claims that she got a message from one of the people at the party that said the guys were talking about training two girls. If convicted, Mosey faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. Now, I do want to say this. Could the judge give him a stiffer sentence because of who he is? Sorry, I didn't even show y'all that. There you go. That's Lil Mosey. Could the judge give him a stiffer sentence because of that? Sure. If it's like a first time offense, and typically up in Washington, the laws they're a little bit more lax, but even the attitude is a little bit more lax as far as that is concerned. And people believe in what would be the word? They believe in redemption, that people can redeem themselves, right? And they believe, of course, a lot of people do, that if you can't redeem yourself, how could you ever prove yourself? That kind of thing, yada, yada, yada. And he's facing up to life, but up to life, up to life. So I don't understand. I'm pretty sure this dude could get laid anytime he wants. I just don't understand why he would put himself in that position at such a young age. And now, like, you're about to lose a career. Like, the world is not going to stop because you get sent to prison. The world's going to keep on pushing. Spokane is unique, Renetta, because that's would be considered Eastern Washington. And it's like when you get over those mountains, those Cascade Mountains into like Seattle, Tacoma, the weather system is so much different between Seattle and Spokane. It's crazy. But one thing I always noticed in Seattle, I think I heard thunder one time in all the years that I lived there. I think I heard a thunderstorm or the echo of thunder just one time. But I could tell you, I do remember a fucking earthquake happening. I remember that actually a couple of times. Earthquakes are actually pretty common there. Mount Rainier, which is amazing. Pretty much anywhere in Tacoma, you can see Mount Rainier from your house. It's so massive. It's an active volcano. Oh, well, I should say inactive volcano, but it's a volcano nonetheless. And there are times you can literally be on the I-5 and you won't even see Mount Rainier, although it takes up the whole skyline. But sometimes those clouds are so thick that you won't even see a huge mountain right in front of you. When I tell you forest, not woods, we're used to that. We're talking, that's some forest. the type of shit that you could literally be driving, to the coast and get lost on one of those roads and never fucking be found. Remember the story of the couple that got lost and found, their car ran out of gas. It was winter time. It was in Oregon, northeast or northwest Oregon, and they sat in that car for a week and eventually had to get out and go find population. There are still vast stretches of forest up there. So when you talk about, if you come down here in Texas or Oklahoma or whatever, and you see, this big treed lot, oh, look at the forest. No, that is not forest. That's the woods. That's woods. You want to see some real forest? Go up to the Pacific Northwest. I know I will be making another trip up there actually pretty soon, honestly. A lot of good things going on, a lot of good things. And I think I had kind of shared with some of y'all, that I had some really, some career changing things that were happening for me personally. And I hope I really hope that many people who have the ability to work from home, I really hope it's going to make their life easier. Do you know how much money people are able to save with not having to pay daycare? And they can still do their jobs from home, especially if you're coming into an office every day and all you're doing is sitting on a computer for 8 damn hours. Why do you got to do that there? Keep encouraging your managers and the people you work with that are going to become future managers. Maybe you'll become a future manager one day. Be open to a work from home model. There's some people out here that are just really closed-minded to that, right? I mean, seriously. They're like, oh, if you're not in the office, you can't do it. You're not doing it. Or, don't trust, not trusting people, trying to micromanage people, that sort of a thing. It would be hard for like that type of manager to let their people work from home because they feel like if you're not like right there, I think it's crazy, but it's true. So just keep encouraging the work from home mindset. I think that this whole like COVID situation is going to initiate like so much change. And I wonder how many offices are still going to be left standing after another year or two. Commercial real estate. How good is commercial real estate going to be in a couple of years? Because if people aren't going into an office, are they going to feel the need to lease these buildings anymore? I bet you there's some projects and decisions that have been put off as far as like attaining commercial property just because of the whole COVID situation. You know, shoot, I mean, golly, they're not having to um, pay for the lease, don't have to pay, insane water bills and electricity bills. I mean, there's a whole lot of savings that can be had with a work from home model. And even if you're not going to have a full on work from home model, just at least consider a hybrid model. Just explore it. All right. And the last thing that I want to actually, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. I think there was another photo of him, right? No. Okay. All right. Well, never mind. I mean, not an ugly kid, right? Not an ugly kid. Like he reminds me of my oldest son, just the way his hair is. 'Cause my son loves to like, he always looks really good when his hair is cut a certain type of way. And I don't know what they call that type of haircut, but I'd have to ask him. But yeah, I mean, hell too. He is also the age, hell, he's younger actually than my youngest child. Damn, a bitch is getting old, right? Okay. Hold up. Let me check something here. Now, y'all know sometimes um the very people that sometimes we talk about on here could be up in the bushes. You already know. So let me go on and check something here. I want to make sure that person's up out of here. All right. Don't ever in your fucking life come in my chat ever and say that some woman gave it up because she wanted to be raped. You fucking asshole. You get your bitch ass on up out of here. We don't, rape is not okay. Okay. I mean, did you hear anything I said? Did you read the article? Like, hello, hello. She was unconscious. They ran a train on her and her friend while they were unconscious. You fucking joking me, man? It's almost like that EDP bullshit. EDP 445 with his disgusting behind over there, trying to rationalize and justify his sick ass behavior. You went all that way about trying to meet up with who you thought was going to be a 13-year-old child. And did y'all see his response video? Did y'all see that? The one that he later deleted? Y'all, let me show y'all this real quick before we get to talking about these flag wars real quick. I just got really little bit to say about it. Be very careful who you try to blame for false flagging. Be very, very careful. Hold on, let me hold up. Okay. Y'all are not going to believe this. Now, you know what we all sat here and watched yesterday, right? And, by the way, over the last 24 hours, I have been not only researching EDP 445, but also researching the men that, like, quote, busted him, end quote. And that guy that was asking all those questions, the one that was just like running his mouth, almost EDP almost walked away because of his cringe ass jokes. Well, I seen a couple of videos over the last 24 hours that would make me wonder if that dude has some racism concerns or issues. He has said some extreme inappropriate shit regarding Black people. And we're talking about the guy that busted EDP 445. So I know that, they're trying to portray themselves as heroes and all that type of stuff. But I don't quite think that one of the guys involved in this, what they call AKA sting operation, is as clean as people would think. That's my understanding. So, anyway, let me show y'all this response from EDP.
And record it and all this extra bullshit.
Y'all,
and fucking look at him
he is really, this is only 1:43. This guy, now, remember how he was crying? Oh, please don't call the police. I don't want to go to jail. I knew I was coming to meet with a 13-year-old child, but please don't send me to jail. Don't call the police. I'm crying. But now look at you. So after the initial sting of it all wore off, he wants to talk big shit now. Listen to this, y'all. It's undamn believable.
And they decided to screenshot the shit and record it and all this extra bullshit.
Much love, Centel. Thank you, babe.
And fucking look at him being a pedophile. Bro, let me tell you something, dog, okay? Mm-hmm. Do you honestly think, right? And I don't even know why I'm explaining myself to people, but unfortunately, niggas are fucking retarded. Do you honestly think that through all the bullshit I've been through, you know what I mean? Me losing my moms and finally being able to move out. My YouTube channel is growing at rapid fucking rates. You know what I mean? I have great,
We
beautiful,
don't give
loving,
a
caring
fuck,
goddamn friends.
fat boy.
I have
We
two
don't care about
fucking
none of that shit.
goddaughters who are some of the most adorable fucking things ever.
And we don't
You know what I
care.
mean? Spoil their ass rotten. I just dropped $6,000 up on a fucking car. Do you honestly think that I would sit back and throw away my life for something punk ass that barely even has fucking hair on her motherfucking pussy?
Yeah, we do.
For a fuck bitch that probably doesn't even, for a bitch that probably never even heard of the fucking Pythagorean theorem. Bitch that probably can't even count up to 100, my nigga. The fuck here, fuck that shit, dude. Like, come on, nigga, for real? For real.
Yeah, we're for real. Yeah. We're damn sure for real.
And if you motherfuckers thought I was serious about that shit, something's fucked you, man. I'm sorry, dude.
Something's wrong with
Like,
us.
you motherfuckers need Jesus.
We do?
Like, you fucking...
You need Jesus on your
y'all niggas need
penis. Like, what is
something,
this
man.
guy
Like,
talking
that's
about?
just- that is fucking beyond motherfucking sad. If you niggas honestly think it's fucking for real, dude. This gun is dirty as shit, man. Holy fuck, dude.
No, what's sad? What's sad is that you would actually come up on here and pull that bullshit that you just tried to pull. Like, who do you think you fooling? EDP, who do you think you fooling?
And all this extra.
Let me ask you something. Did you really think? Let me ask this. Have you looked in the mirror lately? When I tell you that you got big ass forehead, man, your forehead starts like in the back of your ears. Like, that's the most weirdest ass hairline I've ever seen in my life. Not only are you bald, you are fat. You are fucking disgusting. It's like you wear the same clothes over and over. This is the same motherfucking shirt you had on in that video. You are a disgusting fuck. You're disgusting. You're out here trying to have sex with minors and you knew what you were doing. Yeah, I mean, I think that we have every right to believe what the fuck we want to believe. And I don't even know why you're lying to yourself. Now, do y'all remember what I was saying yesterday about how people like this are never going to get themselves help? They'll sit there and they'll tell you that. Oh, yeah, they'll tell you they're going to get help, right, to try to get out of a situation. But, but when it really comes down to it, right, they have no intention of getting help. Oh, he would have been willing to shell out $1 million. If them dudes would have said, give me 10,000, give me 20,000, I'll hide the videos, this fat fuck would have dropped the cash. Oh yeah. Oh, he was ready to go to church. He was ready to get saved. He was ready to be baptized. Well, I could help. I'll get some help. I'll go do counseling. I'll go do whatever I need to do. Oh, but you so bold now. You're so bold now. What'd you say?
Start the shit and record it and all this extra bullshit and fucking look at him being a pedophile.
Man, the very fact that he would just like dismiss that. So listen, I'm hearing probably what a lot of y'all are hearing. You know, this dude is emotionally fucking fucked up. He's emotionally disturbed as a person. And yes, he absolutely has weapons. He's had these weapons on a couple of his live videos in the past. And there are some concerns that EDP 445 has not been heard from, and people are scared that he's going to kill himself. Well, can I ask y'all a question? Like, would you care? You know, just your everyday people, like, well, dude, like we watched you walk up heading towards an apartment complex where you thought you were going to meet a 13-year-old child. If you kill yourself because of your guilt, that's on you. Straight business. That's your decision at the end of the day. It's never a happy thing for someone to kill themselves, ever. Like, I would never encourage that. All I'm saying is if he does do something like that, it's not going to like change the course of my day either way. So, don't start trying to come with like this I'm going to kill myself type, like pulling sympathy victim card, because you damn sure are not going to get that type of response over this way. The fact that, well, I'll get help, I'll go to counseling, I'll check myself into sexual rehab. See, that's why people say, like, is sending sex offenders to prison even helpful? One of the things that one of those dudes said in that video was like, because they kept begging him to turn himself in. One of the things that he said was like, oh, when you go to jail, they'll get you counseling and therapy. Man, they can't fix this shit. You can give a sex offender, especially one who targets children, okay? You could give them medicine to make their penis not get hard. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. At the end of the day, they're still a pedophile. And you're not going to be able to use any threats of suicide to try to garner sympathy from me. Oh no, you are a straight bitch, in my opinion. And the very fact that you sat over there doing all that pleading, all that begging, saying you're going to do this, you were going to do that, and then you come on here and you make a video being like, now you're right back to, you got the walls up, right? But your dumb ass sat there for a fucking hour, like, just, I mean, damn, like, you don't even need a lie detector for this fat fuck. Just let this hoe talk. You talked yourself into that shit. You could have walked away at any time. You were not under arrest. And you were so shocked that you had been got by this, what are these, predator poacher? It's the name of this organization. Predator poacher. You were so fucking shocked that you sat there and you let them dudes disrespect you. You let them dudes ask you all kinds of crazy ass questions. Couldn't nobody ask me no shit like that and expect no answer. Like, but that's the difference between me and this dude. Like, this dude's a whole pedophile out here. Oh yeah, you're a pedophile. And I'm not saying allegedly either. Oh no, not for you. Give me a reason to depose you in a court of law. Give me a reason. Do you know that, hell, I would let you sue me for defamation just so I could get you on a stand so my lawyer could depose you, just to get answers to spread it to the people. Straight business. Like, that's the type of shit I would do. I would, man, I would dare EDP 445 to try to sue me. I ain't about to say allegedly. You're sick. But y'all, all that, what would they call it? All that, crying and trying to have this like soft image, all that shit's out the window now, because you hard, right? With your fucking big ass forehead hairline and shit.
Do you honestly think, right? And I don't even know why the
and look how he looks you in your face and lies to you.
Retarded.
He's gonna look you in your eyes and lie to you.
Honestly think that through all the bullshit I've been through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do think. We don't give a fuck about that bullshit you talking about.
And finally being able to move out. My YouTube channel is growing at rapid fucking rates. You know what I mean?
And them subscribers have been unsubscribing at rapid fucking rate
loving,
too.
caring goddamn friends. I have 2 fucking goddaughters who are some of the most adorable fucking things ever.
Because he didn't get them cups, he didn't get them bracelets that day. So now you want to be all hard.
$60,000 up on a fucking car. Do you honestly think that I would sit back and throw away my life for something punk ass that barely even has fucking hair on her motherfucking pussy?
Yeah, we do.
For a fuckage that probably doesn't even, for a bitch that probably never even heard of the fucking Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, so he
probably can't even.
So he mad at the possible victim now. So what? Because you fucked up and you thinking with your, the small head, your boy pussy. Because I'm pretty sure, like, he not packing too much of nothing. You fat, nasty fuck you. You cottage cheese ass fucking blubber whale pool ass bitch. You are a simp, man. You are a straight simp. You know, in Texas, we don't play that type shit. When I tell you that this man better not show his motherfucking face in certain places, because he's going to get the taste knocked out his motherfucking mouth just on motherfucking GP. Just on general principle. Because you're a bitch, man. Yeah, we really do believe that you would risk everything to have sex with a child. Like, what were you doing over there? Why don't you answer that, bitch? Why don't you answer that? What were you doing? Well, like, okay, so if you're saying now that, you know, you're not this and you would never do that and you're not this, well, then tell us what were you there to do? Bitch. What were you there to do? Okay. So you were okay. Here, I'll give you a little reminder.
Here, fuck that shit.
No,
dude.
you
like,
get the fuck out of here.
Come on, nigga, for real.
Man, not only is this fat fuck preying on kids.
And if you motherfuckers thought I was serious about that shit, something's fucking, man. I'm sorry.
That bitch got size
like,
F
you motherfuckers
tits.
need Jesus.
What?
Like, you fucking.
That bitch can't run fast. I'd slap the shit out that hoe and take off running. I'd kick him in his fucking face. I'd push his ass down, fucking kick him while he's fucking down. Oh yeah. His big ass can't run too goddamn fast anyway. You know. I will fuck you up. Oh, motherfucking GP. Just cause. Man. You're a loser. You're a fucking loser. What the fuck were you? Look, he got the same shirt on, y'all. He nasty. This bitch got the same motherfucking shirt on.
Okay.
Explain why you're here.
Just watched is from
trying to pick up a
YouTube
child.
Video posted by CC Unit. The whole video lasts
Hey, y'all remember how y'all was wondering if this was going to hit the news? What did I tell y'all yesterday? What did I tell y'all? In the next 24, 48 hours, we're going to start seeing some news agencies pick this story up. When I tell you the whole motherfucking internet is talking about this shit right here, and I think a lot of people are kind of shocked in a way because of his size. You know, his size. And the fucking thought of this nasty fat fuck putting his private part in anyone who's under 18. Because I don't think anybody would make a decision to want to do that even as an adult, let alone somebody under the age of 18. Like, come on, man. You're acting so hardcore in this response video that you later deleted. Why don't you explain to us why the fuck you're even here? Why are you there? You had been communicating in these texts, in these text messages, these direct messages. This had been going on for a long time. There's over 80 pages of DMs and texts. This guy talked about wanting to put this girl in a dungeon. He talked about all kind of sexually explicit stuff. You sent your dick pic several times. Man, could you imagine this fat fuck? I bet you his on hard 1 inch, maybe. But you were crying, right?
In which two YouTubers set up
don't tell on me.
A person they say try to meet
anyway,
up with
it hit the news
in Bakersfield. Law enforcement telling 23 ABC the video's content is under investigation, but as of now, no arrests have been made because of that. We've chosen not to identify the man.
And they're not going to be able to arrest because of that
ABC's
video.
Veronica Morley is taking us behind the scenes of that vigilante operation. And if local authorities think actions like this help or hurt law enforcement.
Pretty sure it can hurt.
Conversation with a 13-year-old knowing she was 13, yes or no? Went on that same 13-year-old account and messaged him as a fan saying, hey, I love your YouTube. He's like, oh, thanks. And we just liked his
Okay, let me say this.
And then
let me say this. It's a great thing that they did to expose EDP 445, but this dude here with the beard, the red beard, I can't remember his name. Y'all remember a year, maybe 2 years ago, there was like this group that was known for catching, pedophiles in these like catch a predator type stings with no law enforcement actually being a part of these stings. Um, let me just say this. You've said this guy has said some really inappropriate things about black people in these comments, very cringe. And I've heard even back then, a year and a half, 2 years ago, when people used to talk about their group, this predator poacher group, I used to hear that they were racist. And then some of these videos started coming out and dropping. And remember, old Dickie over there had promoted them at one point, and that's how they came on my radar. Not that I'm even sub to that bitch or anything like that. We're talking a year plus ago, year and a half, 2 years ago or so. But that's what they say. And it's great that he caught EDP, or they caught EDP 445. But I think that this guy he's going to have some explaining to do, because people are saying things like, they exposed EDP 445, but they're, racist, essentially, that exposed EDP 445, right? And people are going to try to connect that to, everything, basically, everything. And so that's something I definitely want to put out there and make y'all aware of that. But yeah, I've heard that for quite a while, actually. But before I get out of here, I do want to say that no, the police are not going to be able to use anything in that video for evidence or to make an arrest. They're not going to use any of that stuff. For starters, there's always been legal questions and legal quagmire when it came to operations like Catch a Predator. Remember when Catch a Predator by Chris Hansen was even taken off the air due to legalities? There was a couple of men, actually quite a few, more than a couple, that were stating that they had been trapped, entrapped, basically. And the other thing that I really want to make sure y'all note is, because EDP 445 had a history of this and had been caught before, he's never been exposed like this, but because it was known to some people, they actually initiated contact with EDP first. So that's going to be an issue. They're not going to be able to use any of those, any of that stuff. The video, it's not going to, they just legally, it's like, it wouldn't be okay legally for someone to run a video and then try to use it as evidence, right? So just note that, y'all. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Cassandra. Yeah, like that's the thing. And it's like, no matter how hard, you do that to not do, entrap someone, law enforcement's also gonna, not that they should look down on the work these men have done. I mean, these men flew all the way from Houston to California just to do this, but all I can say is now it's on the local news. Let's see how national this story goes. My question is, are they going to demonetize him like James Charles? We'll see. Hey, Lady P. Shout out to all my Texas Trail bitches up in the motherfucking house. I love y'all, man. Texas Trail all day long. Let's see. I'm hitting 1 hour 14. I was going to talk about flagging wars, but I don't even feel like it at this point. Let's just say that some of you hoes said what? Y'all said y'all were what? Flagging people for what? Well, people making videos threatening to flag and strike. And they now getting flagged and striked. All right, Lady P. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Like I don't feel any kind of way, honestly, about the whole flagging war situation. I'm just freaking watching this shit happen. I've been seeing a ton of people doing videos talking about the flagging and the striking and stuff like that that they're experiencing in the sector. I mean, I went through a situation, about maybe 3 weeks ago, but I couldn't go live for a week myself because I was falsely flagged. So, man, what goes around comes around, right? And if you are someone that sits on your platform talking about people, coming for people's family members, saying horrific shit about their kids and all that fuck shit that, some of y'all be on. And then you have the fucking audacity to try to threaten somebody. I'm going to strike you. I'm going to flag you. And, knowing how YouTube works, as technical as I am, man, dude, none of y'all have a chance. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all, just watch what you wish for. And maybe, it would be a good idea to not necessarily speak publicly about flagging and striking and how you are a proponent of that. Because I have to say, I did agree with something I heard Official D Spot over there saying today. Not that I ever really go on his platform as far as lately, but I did hear him say something today because I caught his live after or replay after the live. He said he talked about feeding the sector, right? And it just kind of sort of sounded like the flagging's nuts, the flagging's crazy. And at the end of the day, if you have someone's content in your video or whatever, you are promoting them at the end of the day, And if people are hardcore pressed about not putting their content, then don't promote them, Just saying a name is promotion around this bitch. So yeah, I don't know. But Flo is over there giving y'all the business. But who struck who first? Like, didn't they hit April Walker, right? Flo. I mean, they was all talking big shit. Oh, we're gonna take him down. I'm taking you down. I'm gonna take your channel. And now look at y'all. The same people talking all that shit are the ones getting struck and flagged. And the crazy thing about it is that, one of these individuals has said some really fucked up shit about people and their families and their kids and stuff. Like almost every video on that particular channel should be flagged, honestly. Talking about wanting to see a pregnant woman harmed, kicking a pregnant woman in her stomach, night stuff. Hey, babe. Killing the unborn child that she's carrying. Are you kidding me? And why is that video up? So it's like, damn, yeah, you need to look at yourself before you go out on these flagging campaigns and these flagging sprees. Because number one, some people are just more technical than others. And y'all. Well, you know how hypocritical it looks for someone who is virtually did like virtual rape and inappropriate shit almost fucking every video they have, and then they fucking are mad and want to threaten to strike people. Like I said, every video on that channel should have been taken down, talking about killing pregnant women and stuff like that, and wishing death on an innocent baby. And you think that trash is okay? Because that's not commentary. Threatening death, is not commentary at all. It's bitch shit. So while you sitting up here trying to complain about, Ooh, man, you better look within. Start by getting rid of all that bullshit, you know? Anyway. Hey, what's up, Chop? Much love. Much love. Shoot, I mean, they've been out here on some bullshit, man. They hit Goddess, they hit her backup channel, they hit April Walker, Flo, Lovely Love. I mean, it's several people. And I don't know, like, if these were copyright or privacy or community guideline strikes. 3 different types of flags. And not every flag is going to be something punishable to your channel either. Like, I don't know why some people think if a video gets taken down by a privacy complaint that you get a strike. You don't. I've never gotten a strike on a privacy complaint. So I don't know where they're getting that from. But y'all, stay safe out there. If you have any, you know what? I'm not even going to give any technical advice because 99% of you bitches don't deserve it. And all you're going to do is use it for the bad. I learned that motherfucking lesson a long time ago when we talked about spoofing emails. Because some of you hoes used it for bad. So no, I'm not going to give y'all no tips, but I'm up. I mean, I'm out. Much love, guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. I'll catch y'all on the next one.